We are living in the 21st century, and this story is from the future, and here it is shown that the polar ice caps have melted, and now there is only water on the whole Earth. The sea level has risen several thousand feet, and those who have survived live in floating settlements in the sea. They have adapted themselves to this environment, but there is a mythological theory according to which, at the end of the ocean, there is dry land somewhere, and they all want to reach there. Here a man is shown whose name is Mariner. He has a boat, and he toilets in a box. He puts it in a machine, and it comes clean. After that he drinks that water. Because seawater cannot be drunk, and at this time the cost of water is very high. Then the mariner sees a boat in front of him. There is a man in it. The mariner tells him that if two drifters meet, they have to exchange goods. That man says that I do not want anything, just now I have come from a water colony. He is 8 days away from here. Only then they see two people coming from a distance. They are called smokers, they kill people. And as soon as the other man sees those smokers, he shows the mariner some fruit that he must have stolen from the mariner's boat. He says that you will never be able to get out of here because his boat breaks down. And he leaves from there. The mariner pulls a handle, and then huge curtains go up in his boat. Actually, his boat is very advanced. This boat is called Trimaran, and now his boat starts running in speed, and the man who ran away after stealing his fruits breaks the curtain of his boat and goes ahead. And after breaking the curtain, his boat's speed decreases. It happens, and the smokers coming from behind kill it. But the mariner escapes from there. And he reaches the water settlement, about which the man told him. And after reaching the gate, he shows some stuff to those people. They say that we have many traders. But when the mariner shows them the soil, they are shocked. The way diamonds and gems are very precious in today's era, at that time the soil was very precious. And they let him in, and when he weighs the mariner's soil, it's 3.5 kilos. Instead, they want to give him 62 coins. But the mariner says that he does not want 62 but double of it, and he agrees to give double the coins. In this era, the soil is very precious also because by growing these small trees and plants on the soil, you can arrange for your own food items. The mariner takes his coins and goes to a shop to buy some water to drink. There is also a tomato plant there. The mariner wants to buy this plant. The shop girl tells him that I want half of your coins, and he gives her half of the coins, and buys that tomato plant from her. The girl the mariner buys it from. Its name is Helen, and there is a girl with it, and she is its guardian. That girl's name is Enola. Now the mariner is going to buy goods from there. Only then some people from the same colony come to him. There is a girl with them. They tell the mariner that you make a relationship with her, and when she becomes pregnant, you can take the things you need from here. And they say so because it does not belong to this colony. And their species, their genes are now weak. But the mariner flatly refuses. He says that you have nothing that you can give me. You guys are dying, and he starts going. Then those people suspect that it is a smoker. Sometimes after a fight they catch him. After catching them, they see that he has gills behind his ear, and after seeing the gills a man shouts that he is a mutant, and they catch him and lock him inside a cage where there is a mud. Start dipping in it. Actually, whoever dies, they immerse him here so that manure can be made from it. But before the mariner can fully submerge them, their settlement is attacked by the smokers. There is a man here whose name is Gregor. It is an inventor, and it has a flying balloon. He also wants to take Helen and Enola with him, but before Helen and Enola reach the balloon flies away. Then she looks down to see that the mariner is sinking. She is locked inside the cage. She runs over there and says, if I release you, you will take us with you. He says yes. She leaves him, and after that all three of them leave from here, and the smokers destroy their settlement and occupy it. Their chieftain, whose name is Deacon, he says that I want that tattooed girl. Actually, they are talking about Enola. There is a tattoo on Enola's back, and they believe that it is a map to reach the dry land. That is why they would have attacked this settlement as well. There are 3 different types of groups here. One are smokers who kill people, attack their settlements. Second are common humans who live together in sea settlement, buy and sell things, and third are those who are called mutants. Those who have gills behind their ears like fish have, due to which they can breathe underwater, and Mariner is also a mutant. The Mariner tells Helen that we will have to kill Enola, because we do not have enough water to keep 3 people alive. Actually, the cost of water here is very high because they cannot drink seawater, and they do not have any other source of water. Helen dissuades him. She says it is just a baby girl. Mariner says that without water both of you will die. It is better that one dies first. But later Helen persuades him, and the Mariner does not kill the child. On the other hand, it is shown that the leader of the smokers, whose name is Deacon, he says, "I want that tattooed girl at any cost, as it wants to reach the dry land." And so he sends his men after the Mariner on a plane, and they catch up to him. He attacks them. They say don't kill the girl, and they keep firing at them. Mariner goes to the basement as he wants to get his weapon. Upstairs, Helen thinks that the Mariner has escaped, and there is a gun with a rope attached to it, and she attacks the plane with that gun, and an arrow comes out of it which gets stuck in the plane, and the plane is now on the boat. Starts moving around. And the big sails of the boat now start breaking. The Mariner also comes up and sees that his boat is about to break. He quickly goes up because he wants to cut that rope, to which the arrow is attached, which is stuck on the plane, and the Mariner cuts the rope with great difficulty, and he falls into the water. The plane leaves, but the Mariner's boat is badly damaged, and in a fit of rage, he cuts off both Helen's and Enola's hair and says that from today on my boat never touch anything. After this they travel further, and only then they see another boat. There is a man in it, and says that we should talk to him. Who knows if he has food? Although the Mariner does not want to do this. But on Helen's insistence, he talks to her. He has a precious thing, that is paper, because the whole world is a reservoir, and it is almost impossible to make paper. These are the things that in today's world we call antiques. The Mariner and Helen also have to talk to it because it is expecting food from it. But he didn't have food. The man says that I will give you the paper. In return you must hand over Helen to me. Initially the Mariner agrees. He says that Helen was yours for half an hour. Now he wants to take Helen to the basement and have sex with her. But then the Mariner comes down, and he says that our deal is cancelled. He returns the paper to him, but he takes out the knife. He wants to kill them. The Mariner sends Helen upstairs, and then the Mariner kills the man. The Mariner knows that both of them are hungry. Actually, he himself is hungry. That's why he jumps into the sea and kills a huge fish, and now they all have food. He eats a full stomach. Enola tells the Mariner that she does not know how to swim. She says, "I wish my feet were like yours." Mariner says that for the first time I have seen such a girl who does not know how to swim. Because here, in this world, everyone knows how to swim. Helen tells that I am not his mother, I am his guardian, and slowly after living together, after talking, they start becoming friends. Now Mariner also teaches Enola to swim, where he hated them some time ago, did not want to be with them. You all have become friends with each other. After this they all come on top of the boat, and then they see that there is a very big boat in front. And this is a kind of outpost, where goods are bought and sold. Now he takes his boat to that side. But when he looks through binoculars, he sees that that boat, that chowky, is completely occupied by smokers. Actually, Deacon must have reached here with his men, because he wants to get Enola, who has a map of the dry land on his back. But the Mariner cleverly turns his boat and leaves from here. And now he gets suspicious. He says that those people were not following us but Enola, and what is the meaning of the tax on his back? Helen tells that this is a map of dry land, i.e. the way to reach dry land. Mariner says that it is stupid. There is no such place. Helen tells that, when we got Enola, there was dry soil in her basket, and that soil was much better than your soil. That's why everyone believes that the map on the back of Enola is the map of the dry land. Until now both of them, i.e. Helen and Enola, feel that the mariner is taking them to dry land. He knows the way of dry land. Because there are many things in his boat which can be made on dry land, i.e. by humans. And he also had soil, but the mariner says that there is no such place. You are a fool to believe in something that you have never seen, that does not exist. Helen says you have mirror and that music box, where did all that come from? It can only be made on dry land. Mariner says you want to see dry land, come in water, and he takes him in water and locks him inside a box inside which water does not enter. And he takes her to the bottom of the sea where there are huge buildings which are completely deserted. Once upon a time there used to be a city here, but now there is nothing here, and he shows all this to Helen so that the false hope in her mind will end. And when they come up, they see that their boat is completely taken over by the smokers, and they ask them where is Enola. In fact, Enola must have hid somewhere in the boat seeing them. They say that if you do not tell, we will kill both of you, and both of them do not tell. Although Helen may have seen Enola's leg, she still does not tell, because she knows that smokers cannot be trusted. Deacon says that if they are not telling, then kill them both. And before that, Enola's voice is heard killing them both. And she says no, and she comes out, and now the Enola is in the possession of the smokers. And the leader of the smokers says kill them both, but not before they kill Helen and the mariner. They both jump into the water. But Helen can't breathe underwater because she's a human, but the mariner can because he has gills. That's why he gives breath to Helen through his mouth, and after a long time they come above the water. And when they come up, they see that the mariner's boat has been completely destroyed by the smokers, and this makes the mariner very sad. But now Helen, the mariner's humanity, falls in love with his goodness. And the two of them get closer, and while Helen is sleeping, the mariner goes down, because he has his belongings there, and there is also the paper he took from the man who passed him on the way. Found on a boat. There is a picture of an island on that paper where there are many trees, and Enola has also drawn a picture of the same type of tree on a paper. Now the mariner understands that the tattoo on Enola's back is dry land. Because Enola used to draw pictures of everything, which she used to see, and if Enola drew that picture, it means she has been there. He is from there. But it is almost impossible to get out of here because his boat is completely broken. Then it is shown in the air that Gregor comes there, the man with a flying balloon, who is going to his settlement at that time, when his settlement was attacked by the smokers. And he recognizes Helen by looking at her. He says it is good that you burned your boat, otherwise I would never have been able to find you. Because of the smoke I have been able to reach here. And he takes the two of them up on his balloon, and there are some survivors nearby who have fled the settlement the smokers attacked. And after reaching there, the Marine says that I am going to find Enola, and he reaches the huge smoker's ship. He goes inside the ship, and there are many people in the ship, and they all speak to their Sardar that when will we reach the dry land. He lies to all of them that he has found the map, and now we have to leave from here. Although they have the map, Deacon or anyone else does not know how to find the way in this map, but due to his lies, everyone goes down to the basement, and starts rowing and getting that huge ship out of here. Let's take forward. Then it is shown that the mariner appears in front of Deacon, and he has a gun. He says that I want this girl. Deacon says that now you cannot go back alive from here. Then the mariner takes out a burning torch from inside, and there is a pipe of oil well in front of him, and he puts it inside him. And there is a huge blast, and a lot of his people, i.e. a lot of smokers, are killed. Now the mariner goes to where Enola is, and when he reaches the top, but he crashes his plane by hanging a rope on his plane, and his plane falls on the same ship. Now this huge ship is sinking, but before that the whole ship would have sunk in water. There Helen and Gregor reach there on a flying balloon, and they throw a rope down, and with the help of that rope, Mariner and Enola come on the flying balloon, and then there is a huge blast on the ship below. And there are smokers who win. Almost everyone is killed. But Deacon is still alive, and he shoots the water scooter up below. He wants to kill Enola with this bullet, but Enola does not get shot. It hits her side and she falls into the water below the balloon. And now the 4 smokers are headed for it because they want to get it. And only then the mariner ties a rope to his leg from above, the way bungee jumping is done. That way he jumps towards Enola, and before the smokers reach him, he catches Enola and takes her upstairs. These 3 smokers, who are moving towards him, collide with each other, due to which a huge blast takes place, and in this blast all his companions are killed along with Deacon, and in this way the mariner saves Enola. They come upstairs and their Gregor tells that he has now understood the way. They have guessed that they coordinate with the position of the sun and the tattoo on Enola's back. And he says that the dry land should be on that side. And he takes his flying balloon to that side. It is night, and they all fall asleep, and when the mariner's eyes open in the morning, a bird comes and sits on their flying balloon, and only then does the mariner see in front. There is a very high mountain there. And this happens to be Everest. But Everest is now completely green. Here there are birds, trees and plants, sweet water springs, and when they go up there they see that there is a hut too. Inside which there are 2 skeletons, and these are Enola's parents, and there is also material for tattooing. In fact, they knew that they were dying, that's why they tattooed Enola's back and put it in a basket, and the dry soil of this place was also put in that basket so that when someone finds it, he would know that there is dry land somewhere. And they can reach here through the map that is on Enola's back. Because Enola was so small that even if she was alone, she would not have survived, and Enola's parents thought exactly what happened. Enola has returned to her home today. On the other hand, it is shown that the mariner is not feeling well at all because he is not a human. He has gills, that is why he wants to go back to the sea. He feels that the sea is calling him. He builds a boat for himself again, and prepares to go back to sea. But Enola and Helen don't want him to go back. Helen loves him too, but Mariner has to go, and he says goodbye to both of them and goes back to the same place, which is his real place. That is, in the sea. And with this story ends here.